Hi guys, my name is Nobu Kumalo. Welcome to my channel. This is a new channel, so this is the first video in this channel. So I am new here, which means you're also new here, but let's see where this journey takes us. So just a little bit about myself. Like I said, my name is Nobubele Kumalo, but people usually can't pronounce the full name, so I just go by Nobu Kumalo. I am 26, turning 27 in a couple of weeks. I am a wife, I am a lawyer, I am a sister, I'm a daughter, and all those things. And it looks like now I am into YouTube. So, yeah. So this video is gonna be very short. It's not a get to know me one. It's just me talking you through how and why I ended up here. So like most of us at the beginning of the year, we like to think about, New Year's resolutions, the things that we want to do, maybe better, or the things that we want to start doing. And for me, one of those things was I have always loved talking. I am passionate about talking. I love talking, I love teaching, I love sharing. So one of the things that I wanted to get into this year was to cultivate that gift and that passion a bit more, have more speaking engagements and all that. So I remember running it, past my husband, and he was saying that, why don't you create your own platforms to talk? It's one thing to be invited to talk, but like right now in the age of social media, you can literally create your own platforms and just talk. And I was like, yeah, I hear you, but I think I'm just happy right now, like doing things for other people. And yeah, so we just pushed that to the side. And then I started reading this book, The Richest Man in Babylon. And I remember from the first page of reading that book, I was like, I'm so hooked on this book and I just need to share. And I was like, let me just share on Instagram. And I remember just then I posted on my Instagram story and I was like, guys, I'm reading this book, you guys really need to read it. And the response was great. People wanted it via email, and I sent it to I think over 100 people who requested it. And then I was like, you know what, let's jump on a live and let me review what I've read so far. And the response was great. And I started doing this every Thursday, and I had like about 10 to 20 people at most joining on Thursdays. And I was like, oh, this sounds like a plan. But still, I just kept it as a, it's just book reviews, nothing complicated, not necessarily a speaking engagement, but let's just let it go. And then we went to church, and I remember the pastor on that Sabbath was preaching, and he read Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 1 to 6. I'm just going to briefly read it in the New Living Translation version, because I think it's much easier to understand. So it says, send your grain across the seas, and in time profits will flow back to you. But divide your investments among many places, for you do not know what risks might lie ahead. When clouds are heavy, the rains come down. Whether a tree falls north or south, it stays where it falls. And then I really like verses 4 to 6. They say, farmers who wait for perfect weather never plant. If they watch every cloud, they never harvest. Just as you cannot understand the path of the wind or the mystery of a tiny baby growing in its mother's womb, so you cannot understand the activity of God who does all things. And then verse 6. Plant your seed in the morning and keep busy all afternoon, for you don't know if profit will come from one activity or another, or maybe both. And I was like, there is no way this is a coincidence. There is no way that in a time when I'm wavering and procrastinating and just giving excuses for starting this thing, that the pastor preaches about planting your seed everywhere, and that don't wait for anything, because if you wait you're not going to reap. I was like, this has just got to be it. But still, I just pushed it to the back of my mind, and I was like, I hear you, but I still felt like I wasn't ready to speak up more. And then I don't know, this past week something was just like, what, just do it, and I remember the excuses that I always used to give were like, I don't have time, I'm too busy, work is demanding, and also everyone is doing it, everyone is doing YouTube these days, and what if I'm not good enough? And then it was like, okay, maybe I can do this, but maybe let me wait for my birthday. I just always had an excuse. But then I went back and I read this these few verses again, and I felt like it was a message to say, just start now. You don't know what of the many things that you're doing will give you profit, of which in my situation, profit is not necessarily money, but it's, you don't know how your talents, or which of the things that you do are going to grow your talents. You don't know how many lives you're going to, you've reached. It's okay to do Instagram book reviews, it's okay to do Instagram posts, but there's nothing wrong with doing as much as you can to make sure that you cast your net wide and that your reach is very, very wide. And so when I was reflecting on this the past couple of days, which led me to actually starting this, I just came up with a few things, and I wrote them down so that I wouldn't forget. And this is just what I want you guys to take away from this first intro video, which has nothing to do with myself, but I just wish that each and every one of us can just lean into this. So here are the things that I learned as I was reflecting. So the first one is that you are God's gift to the world. There's no one who can do you like you do, and there is no other you. So even the Bible says, God in the Bible even says that before you were formed in your mother's womb, I knew you. And he consecrated us, and he put inside us things that we have to offer to the world, things that only we have to offer to the world. And so none of us are born empty. When God, decides that we need to come into the world, he places in us, gifts, passion, visions, and so many things that he places in us, which we're supposed to share with the world, and share with people and exhaust those gifts, and there's no you. You may have a lot of people doing the same thing, be it singing, be it preaching, be it YouTube, but no one can do you like you do. Those fancy brands usually have limited edition things. So maybe they create a bag and they say it's limited edition, 1 of 5, meaning that there are only 5 of these things that are going to be sold in the whole world. But the amazing thing about God and creation and human beings is that there's literally 1 of each. So I am a limited edition. I am 1 of 1, and so are you. Yes, you can, go on and have kids, and they may take after you so much and even look like you, but you are still 1 of 1. There's no other you. And to me, this just says that whatever gifts that I have, whatever passions that I have, whatever knowledge that I have that I need to share, there is no one who can share it the way I will. It doesn't matter if everyone else is doing it. No one is going to do it the way you would do it. And then allow me to just lean into one of my favorite songs by Beyonce, I Was Here. This song is very packed. I'm just gonna read the lyrics, right? It says, I want to leave my footprints on the sands of time. Know there was something that I left behind. When I leave this world, this is my favorite part. When I leave this world, I'll leave no regrets. Leave something to remember so they won't forget. I was here, I lived, I loved, I was here. I've done everything that I wanted, and it was more than I thought it would be. I will leave my mark so everyone will know I was here. And it just goes on and on and on. But this is one of the things that I was reflecting on. I was like, I don't want to leave the world, die, full of potential, Yes, it's fine that, I might die young, meaning that there are so many other things that I could have done with my life. But as far as the amount of things that I could have done at that time when I die, I really, really don't want to die full of, untapped potential. I want to fully delve into my passions and fully use my gifts and fully share all the things that I have to share. I want to leave the world empty, knowing that I exhausted everything that God put in me, and knowing that, when God, requires of me to give an account of my talents and my gifts and my passions and the things that he put in me, I can say, Lord, I was there and I did everything that I was supposed to do, and the world was left a better place because I was in it. So this is me on YouTube, leaning into myself, and sharing more of myself. This is me just starting. This is me saying, the world needs me. The world needs you, and there is no other me. So I just need to start, and I just need to offer the world the things that God has placed in me that he has not placed in anyone else. And so I hope that you also lean into your passions, and I hope you realize what a special and a unique gift you are to the world. And I hope you realize that even if everyone is doing it, even if you know, it's been done before. No one can ever do it the way you will do it, and that God has placed it inside you for a specific reason and for a time such as this, and that you reach into that potential and that you'll fully explore all the beautiful and wonderful things that God has placed in you, and be the gift, the best version of yourself to the world. So this is me, YouTube. This is me leaning into myself and deciding to share more and more of myself. This is me just doing it because I realized that, you know what, the world needs me as the world needs you. So that is the first video of this channel done. Phew. It took a lot to get me to this place, but I'm happy that I finally got to do this and that we can finally start this YouTube journey. I am going to be back with another video pretty soon, and we're just going to do a lot of things, you know, life, motivation, travel, all the goofy things, law, everything, you know, everything that I have in me that I have to share. I'm going to be sharing it with you here, and I'm so excited. So I've watched a lot of YouTube channels, and I know that this is the part where you say, please like, please share and subscribe. Click the subscribe button below, and also the notification button, so that each time I upload a video you will be notified. I really hope that you found some value in this, and that you will stick around, and you know, that we'll learn from each other, that we'll go together on this journey of YouTube that I've just started. Thank you. See you in the next video.